What's up, guys? Biker Dave here. I work at a very reputable auto repair shop in Canton, Georgia. And something that I see all too frequently are turbocharged cars coming in that are only between 7 and 9 years old, and they need complete turbo replacement. So, I've been doing some study and research and whatnot of what to do if you own a turbocharged car. Things you can do that will hopefully help the turbo last longer. One is warm up the car thoroughly before you take off in the morning, and when you come home, cool the car off before you park it. So that means, a couple of minutes, let the car just sit and idle. Don't come home after ripping all over the place on it and then immediately shut the car down. No, pull in your driveway, let it cool down for a few moments, and then the opposite when you get ready to head off to work or school or whatever. When you start up the car, just wait in the driveway and let it warm up for a few minutes. Look at your temp gauge, and when it starts going up, then take off. Also, make sure you use high quality engine oil, preferably synthetic oil. Everyone has opinions on what's good and what's not as far as brands and whatnot. Just use a high quality engine oil and change the oil between 3,000 and 5,000 miles. Don't always go on what the car tells you on when it thinks it needs an oil change. You should look at your mileage and keep track of when to get the oil changed. Of course, everything else, keep up with standard maintenance, keep the air filter clean, use quality engine oil filters as well, little things like that. But the one that I wasn't aware of was the warming up and cooling down of the engine. Also, if you're out about to get on the highway or something and you've got a nice long stretch of road, step on it and let it really zoom up to temperature. Get on it pretty firmly. It'll help burn the carbon off of the inside of it, as well as your catalytic converter. You'll notice a car in front of you, if they accelerate hard, you'll often see gray or dark smoke coming off of the exhaust. That means they baby the car too much. So if you own a turbo car, don't baby it around too much, where you're like just putt-putting around at low RPMs and all that. Every so often, get on it firmly and let the car really sing. The turbo will be happy if you do that. There are other additives you can use, Lucas oil additives, as far as keeping the combustion as clean as possible. You can do all kinds of Googling on that as far as products you can put in your fuel system. And but yeah, it's very disappointing. A lot of cars are turbocharged these days, trucks as well, and once they get up to around the 8-year-old mark, the turbo starts to seize up or makes noise. The bearing inside makes noise. It starts whining. It starts screeching. And there's no fix for it other than to replace it. And it is expensive. You're talking in the thousands of dollars to replace your turbo. Now imagine if your car has 2 turbos. I had a Cadillac ATS V, twin turbo V6. Fortunately, I never had a problem with it, but I didn't own it all that long either. So imagine if you had to get both turbos replaced. Probably $7,000 to $8,000 just for that repair alone. Yeah. Anyway, just some easy little tips for you if you own a turbocharged car or truck. That's it. So check out my channel. We got all kinds of stuff relating to cars, dirt bikes, ATVs, scooters, Harleys, motocross bikes, Yamaha, dirt bikes, working around the house, lawn mowers, classic cars, trucks, all kinds of cool stuff. And if you have other tips relating to owning a turbocharged car or truck, feel free to post in the comments. Or if you've experienced turbo failure that was rather premature, feel free to list your story down below so others can learn from it. And that's all. You'll have a great day. We'll see y'all later.